In 1995, a song came out entitled I'm Not an Addict. It was done by a band called Kay's Choice, and it talked about the inner battle that an addict faces, the lies that an addict tells himself. Talked about how it's not a habit, it's something that they have under control. Talks about how it's an exercise of their freedom, something they enjoy, something they can take and leave. But the point of the song is that's, of course, not the case. It's not true. And anyone who knows an addict or has struggled with addiction knows that. What seems to be freedom is the worst kind of slavery. And that's not just the case when it comes to addiction. Consider what Jesus says in John chapter 8. Very truly I tell you, everyone who sins is a slave to sin. That's how all sin works. The devil does not make gentlemen's agreements. He will not agree to a truce. He doesn't give you any measure of control. Every sin seeks to own you. I don't care what it is. And if you and I tell ourselves that we have it under control, that it's something we can take and leave, we are lying to ourselves. One of the greatest lies of the devil is to convince us that chasing sin is an act of our freedom, to fail to realize the shackles that are being fastened on our hands as day after day we chase that sin he puts in front of us. It only enslaves and it only kills. But there is freedom. But that freedom is found only in Jesus. And Jesus talks about that in John chapter 8 as well. If you hold to my teaching, you are really my disciples. Then you'll know the truth, and the truth will set you free. You see, there's a freedom found in Jesus because that truth shines a light on the devil's lies. He shows us the reality of the shackles of our sin, but he does more than just show us the reality of our slavery. He beats it. He goes to the cross. He defeats our sin. He removes our guilt. He defeats death. He grants us freedom that only he can grant. Join us this weekend as in our worship we consider the freedom that's ours only in Christ.